Well, this is a tricky system. A lot of colors on radar. Central Ohio right now is seeing a mix of snow, sleet, and rain. What you're seeing really just depends on where you are, and that is changing. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm Monica Day. We have team coverage for you right now. We've got NBC4 reporters Sean Lanier and Ted Hart out in the thick of it. And then in studio, we have meteorologist Dave Mazza as well as meteorologist Ben Gelber, kind of tackling the changes that we're going to be seeing. And Dave, I mean, this is just the difference of a few miles. Can mean a lot of snow or no snow at all. You
have exactly said it. And that has been the big difference from 6+ inches to spots in the north to a ½ inch or more of rainfall down to the south. In fact, we've picked up nearly 2/3 here in parts of Franklin County already through the day. And it's this line right here, this pink line that you can see where we've got the mix of the freezing rain and starting to change over from rain to freezing rain and eventually to the north, all snowfall. So that's going to continue to change. We are also going to be seeing our temperatures dropping, and that's starting to aid that change. But again, it's not just the temperatures down on the ground, but above the ground. That's why we are seeing snowfall and areas to the north that we're in the 20s, and here in the city where we've been just above freezing, we're still seeing the rainfall at this point. But I do expect these temperatures to continue to drop, and the winds are really going to start to pick up over the next couple of hours, and that's going to drive in some significantly colder air overnight tonight. That will change it all back to snow for all of us, something meteorologist Ben Gelber is going to be talking more about, Ben, because we're still waiting, a lot of us are, for some of that snow to be falling in our backyard.
Yeah, Dave, it's 33 on the east side of the city at the airport, but we're down to 31 degrees outside our studios here in the northwest part of town with that cold rain turning into an icy rain. And our model is showing where the pink is. This is the sleet, freezing rain line with snow, Delaware, Marysville, off to the north and west. But over the next several hours, very gradually, we're going to see this line begin to push farther south and east, and we're going to see the moisture that is now liquid turn over by 11 o'clock to snow west and northwest of I-71, still getting a wintry mix off to the southeast and rain in the far southeast. And gradually the cold air will continue to pour in, and so we go over to all snow, especially as we get to the hours after midnight with winds of 30 miles an hour. So things are going to get very icy, very nasty in about another 2 to 4 hours. By tomorrow morning, the snow is off to the east, and we'll see some breaks in the overcast, but frigid temperatures. So initially we stay liquid form, gradually work our way over to snow, wind and cold, and Monica will update the forecast for you coming up in just a few minutes on snow totals.
Yeah, a lot of changes coming there. All right, Ben, thank you. And of course, we do have crews in the field. We've got Sean Lanier in Madison County. Ted Hart has been in Logan County for us. First, we'll go to Ted to take a look at the conditions there. And boy, it is coming down, Ted.
Yeah, this does feel kind of blizzard-like here in downtown Bellefontaine. We're really pretty much in the center of town. The winds have picked up. The snow is definitely flying. Folks up here, given their higher elevation, they kind of thought they'd have snow mostly, if not all day. They didn't get that. They got snow early in the day, but then it was rainy and then freezing rain, and now we're back to snow. But take a look at some of the video that we shot earlier in the day. The road conditions by mid-afternoon were, slippery, snow-covered. It was really a good night, obviously, here to stay home. And judging by the relatively small number of cars that we saw on the roads this afternoon and this evening, it looks like that's exactly what many people are doing. But that wintry mix certainly left people here with work to do, scraping off ice-covered cars and shoveling those first couple of inches of snow off of their driveways. It is a hassle at this point, but not everybody is disappointed by the fact that we're getting a storm.
Well, I have 3 little kids, so they were pretty anxious for a good snow. So they're thankful at least had some coming out and were able to make a snowman and play a little bit, slide down the driveway. So it's been all right.
And we stopped by Mad River Ski Resort this afternoon as well. And some folks there were disappointed by the fact that they were getting rain this afternoon, but they still had a pretty good crowd, and they're expecting with the additional snow tonight and over the weekend, they're expecting big crowds for the holiday weekend. So with more on the conditions on the south end of Columbus, we'll go now to Sean Lanier in Madison County. Sean?
Well, the conditions here have been changing quickly. Earlier we were talking about rain, now we're talking about a little bit of that freezing rain. Everything that is outside is beginning to collect a little bit of ice on it. My jacket has some ice on it. Our lens to our camera has some ice on it. This bench right here looks wet. It has it's covered with ice. This is what ODOT has been preparing for all afternoon. They are out on the roads treating. We got some video of them earlier today when they were prepping, filling their trucks up with salt. They have more than 200 crews around Central Ohio to treat some of these roads. I did ask about all of the rain that we got earlier. Would that affect what they did on Friday, all the pre-treating they did on Friday? They said yes, it would. Here's what one spokesperson had to say.
Whenever we have rain, it tends to wash whatever was there off the road. So any salt residue we already had on the road, any brine was washed away with the rain. So we'll be out there with just salt as this transitions.
And another concern is the wind. You can see how violently this flag is blowing right now. It's blowing right into my face. The wind has really picked up here. The temperature has dropped considerably. We're seeing more of the freezing rain right now. Again, the surfaces, including the roads, are going to start to ice over. So any drivers that's going to be out there, when you see some of these salt trucks, give them space and just be careful if you have to be out on the road, because again, the conditions here in Madison County are changing quickly. Local for you in Madison County, Sean Lanier, NBC4.
Sean, thank you. Yeah, big difference just from 6 o'clock when we talked to you. Well,